Hey everybody, welcome to another vlog. I hope that you are doing good and thanks for just kind of stopping by and checking in with me. It is the beginning of September. As of the time I'm filming this, I know you likely won't see this vlog for a little while. I try to slot in the vlogs between other standalone videos, and right now we're quite backlogged with other footage. So it'll be a little while before you see this September vlog. Regardless, I just wrapped up my first week of back to work, or back to school if you will, because I work at a school. And things are pretty nutty, you guys. We are, of course, still in the midst of, you know, the whole COVID situation. A lot of places are now requiring people to wear masks when they do go in, like the shops and stuff like that, public transit. Schools are a little funny. There's all kinds of new protocols, rules and regulations, but when you look at what it is on paper, it's a couple hundred people in a confined space, you know. But we're all just trying our best. It's just a really stressful and confusing start up to the year. But beyond the point, it's the weekend. Let's not talk about work. Let's talk about what else is happening in this world. As I look out my window, something funny is happening with the world. Let's talk about this for a second. What is with this moth situation that is happening? I haven't done a whole lot of research, but what I've heard is that this is like a once in a decade moth boom. There are moths freaking everywhere, and I'm not a great bug person. There's just too many of them. Thankfully, I don't wear my glasses all the time, so half the time I don't really notice them because I can't see that far. But there are moths in my office at school, like clinging to the windows. There are a couple I can see clinging to my apartment windows when you're out and about, the shops, the walls of places. I walked past this one of like the stores kind of down the street that's closed for business at the moment, and so it's dark and stuff inside, and all along the windows are just moths. They're just like chilling on the window. It's quite post-apocalyptic, along with the Oregon kind of smoke and smog that's kind of blown northward. I know right now things are pretty awful down there, and they're having fires, and all of that with the wind is just come up here now. So right now, oh, there's another moth. Right now this looks like, outside my window, like a pretty bleak kind of day in LA. You know that feeling when you're driving down the LA highway and it's just, everything's just a little foggy up there. That's exactly how it feels, except you also have moths everywhere. So it's a very strange feeling. It's like one of those Margaret Atwood movies or stories. You know what I mean? You get it? But regardless, let's talk about some happy things. I have quite a few things to show you, but I won't do it all in this vlog, or else I'd just be sitting here chatting forever. I did purchase a few winter essentials. I decided to go and rejig and go through my basics, because like I said, the wet season, which is approaching, is the long part of the year here on the Pacific West Coast. So a lot of my clothes and my basic are really geared towards that season, and it's just time to replace something. So I did kind of a big order of certain basics. So I bought myself a insulated winter coat that's waterproof on the outside. I got some waterproof shoes and boots, pardon me. Got a little soy latte burp, and then just some like necessities, and yeah. But I'll show you all of that, I think, in a winter essentials video, like as a standalone. So we'll do that right now. But I do want to show you some bits of fabric. So at work right now, essentially I have to be masked up all day. Like, there are rules and regulations, but because of my position, I go between classrooms, I just have to be masked up all the time when the kids are here. So I have made a couple of the face masks, and I think I've shown you in the previous vlogs, but I decided to give some other materials a try to see if they are a bit more breathable. And actually just this morning I saw another face mask pattern that has no wire but like a bridge, a nose flap. I'm gonna try that and see if it feels any better. But I heard some people talking about using linens for your face mask fabric so that it feels more breathable. Now, of course, this is clearly a catch-22, because if you can breathe, that means other things can also get in, right? It's like you can't just, like, yeah, if you, how did my friend put it? She's like, the more suffocated you are, the more protected you are. Is what she said. But I figured I'd give it a try. So I made an order of some fabric, some linen and linen blend fabrics from Spool of Thread, which is a local fabric store here. Shipping is super duper fast, so glad. But these are like more expensive than the types of fabrics I would normally use. Regardless, I'll show you what I bought. Because face masks don't need a whole lot of fabric each, I just bought half a yard. Most fabrics that you can buy online, they count by half a yard, which makes everything feel awfully expensive. But for masks, that works out perfectly because you don't need that much. So first here I have, this is, I think a linen cotton blend. Yeah, it's a cotton linen blend by Amy Van Luijk. I'll put the links to anything I can still find down below. It's just real cute. It's like a natural base with some what looks like macaroni pieces. I may keep this to make something else instead of a mask, but I was making the order and had, you know, shipping and stuff, so I ordered half a yard of this. And so, okay, I showed you folded up, so there's like, you know, the other half of however much this is, right? I might use it to make a eyeglasses pouch, I'm thinking, but we'll see. It might be a mask situation. I usually like my masks to be plain colored, just to go with outfits and whatnot. So I also have these cotton linen blends. Now you can definitely tell that they're a little see-through. You probably can't tell through the camera, but like I'm holding this up against the light and you can definitely see through this. So it's not a tight weave. I got this in a navy color, which blends in with my dress, so you're probably confused. And then I did also pick it up in a gray. I find colors, shopping for color things online is a bit complicated. It's hard to tell what is what. And a lot of those color descriptors are, they're not inaccurate, but there's some flexibility in how you want to describe a gray or a steel or an oatmeal, you know what I mean, right? So I got half a yard of each of those, and then I got, just because it was really cheap, this is muslin fabric, so it's unbleached cotton, and it's, I don't want to say it's thin, but it's a tight weave. It's not thick by any means. I would say it's quite lightweight. It's a little more crisp, like in terms of the structure, but it has tiny little flecks, which I think is kind of cute, but it's got a tighter weave. So I'm going to experiment and see how things turn out. I might do like double layers of this cotton linen for the mask, or I might do the muslin on the inside and then the linen on the outside. I'm just going to have to play around and see. Anyway, that's kind of my little ongoing mask situation. The ones I made are not bad by any means, but when you're wearing them all day and you're trying to teach and talk, it's not wonderful. Otherwise though, guys, I have done a few winter update purchases. I finally decided that it probably makes sense to get some solid winter basics, and like I've mentioned before, most of the year here on the Pacific Northwest coast is like the wet season. You know, you're just like wet. So I finally bought myself an insulated waterproof winter jacket, more of a sportswear-ish jacket, but that's gonna be great for many years, I'm sure. I did quite a bit of Poshmarking lately, and I bought some shoes. I'm not going to show you anything here right now, because I think I want to make a standalone video just on like winter basics. I think that would be good. that will make much more sense, and I can show you and in more detail and pair them with stuff. So I do have a few things coming like that. One thing that I did do though is let me rephrase. I pulled a couple of pieces of my clothes, tops and bottoms, because I like wearing separate for work, and dedicate that as a mini work capsule wardrobe. I'm not deep into this capsule wardrobe situation, but for work, I think to make things easy and breezy in the morning, I just pull one top and one bottom, you know, same pair of shoes more or less, and I can go. And then that stays like an isolated little capsule. When I come home, I just change out of it, hang it up, or put it in the wash, whatever needs to be done. So I think that's working well. If you would like to see how I'm putting together a work capsule, would you let me know in the comments down below if that would appeal to you? My thought is I can rotate the capsules once a month, so I can kind of wear the same things but then still be a little bit different and cater to the weather. I think it'll work well. So far, first week, it's done really well for me. And then the rest of the time I'm at home or whatever, I can wear whatever I like and it doesn't really matter. So, wow, that was a lot of talking. I don't think anything too exciting is happening this weekend. But if there is, I will definitely turn the camera back on and check in with you later. Side note, I keep meaning to show you this and I keep forgetting, because whenever like I'm doing my skincare, the camera's never with me and vice versa. It just never crosses my mind. But I literally just was getting something there. I'm like, oh, I better show you all this before I forget again. So in the past couple of months, I would say, I've definitely noticed a bit of a shift in just my overall skin situation. In the beginning, you know, I copped it up to eating kind of funny, COVID everything, and just your routines being weird. But I think it might be time to finally start looking at anti-aging with a bit of a more serious lens. Now, let me say this just really clearly. I'm not a big anti-aging fan or person. A lot of my friends have, you know, since their 20s, really consistently done the preventative anti-aging situation. And I think anti-aging is like a really broad term that gets thrown around. For many, many years, my main goal was keep the breakouts at bay and keep my pores okay and just keep my skin smooth. Like, those were my priorities, and keep my skin bright, because I do have a little bit of hyperpigmentation and stuff like that. So those were my goals. But now I think it might be time to go down that route. Now, I'm in my 30s. For a lot of people with the current, you know, knowledge and vocabulary around skincare, I think they push skincare on you really, really young. But I think 30s is still a good time to start. I don't think, you know, I don't know. I don't think it's like super late or anything, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I made a bit of an order through Clarins. To me, they always seem like a really pleasant brand, right? They're not super flashy or in your face. They seem like the professional working woman's brand. They're pleasant, they're nice, like in terms of the vibe their products give. And their color cosmetics as well. They're just pleasant and everyday, and I think that's where I am in life at the moment. So I did make an order through them, just through their online web store. So I got the Clarins Multi-Active Day Cream, which is most definitely one of their products that they push and sell a lot. And I think it's one of their kind of cornerstone products to their skincare line. They have a very extensive range of skincare, and in particular anti-aging skincare. I recall my aunties, you know, the fashionable one, I talk about her sometimes, she'd be really into like the Clarins serums back in the day. I don't know what she uses anymore. Anyway, I got the one that's for all skin types. It feels really nice, and I know a lot of it is just the stuff they put inside for the texture and consistency, but I gotta say, if you need to put something on your face, I would prefer if it felt nice and just like made you feel nice. I don't know what else to say. Like it's such a pleasant product and gives you a bit of that mood boost. It is scented. It does have like a slight pearly tint, which does not show up on the skin, I don't find. It's a very minuscule kind of a pearly sheen. I won't show you up close. I will do a proper kind of updated skincare video once I figure out the right combination of products. That's going to be part of my sort of new dip into anti-aging kind of routine, but this is part of it. And then I really wanted to get a repurchase of this product. I first tried it out in PR, and then I loved it so much I just went back and bought another bottle, especially with us going into the colder winter season. This is Clarins Blue Orchid Treatment Oil. Now, I didn't know there were a couple versions of their treatment oil, but this is, I would say, one of the most popular ones. 100% plant extracts for dehydrated skin. I think they have another one that's a bit more for dry or extra dry skin, I believe, but this is plenty for me. I sometimes use this on its own. I sometimes mix it with a moisturizer. This is definitely like one of those standby products I like to always have, but it doesn't occur to me to talk about it often because it just kind of sits there on the shelf. I also have some, what do you call these? Face cleansing pads, I guess, the reusable ones. I got them off of Amazon. There are loads of options, there's loads of reviews. Everybody has some good things to say and some bad things to say. I think most of the low reviews from any of these similar products is they question the material that's being used. A lot of them are labeled as 100% bamboo or organic bamboo, but it's questionable if it is bamboo fiber is what it comes down to, and absorbency. Now, I have not used these yet. I still need to wash them. I just got them in the mail not too long ago. I like that they're very large. And my thing is, I'm thinking of using these when I use micellar water, like Bioderma and stuff like that, to remove my makeup, or if I'm using a cleansing balm. I haven't really been using my cleansing creams and cleansing balms because I hate having to remove it with a face towel, because all my face towels are kind of that cotton terry material, and then it wrecks your entire face cloth, and your face cloth is like this big, you know what I mean? So I think these are the perfect size. But again, I don't know if they're bamboo fiber. There are two different materials on each side. I think one side might be bamboo fiber. Anyways, there's a load of these that comes in a wash bag, which is nice. And hopefully it'll make me feel a little bit better whenever I take off my makeup. If you want to update on these, let me know and I can remember to do that. Otherwise, I will link these down below. I have not used them yet, but in case you want to just look at them and check them out, I will put the link down in the description, in the information bar for you. Okay, last thing, real quick. I have been using the, I don't know how to pronounce the name of this brand, but it is organic castor oil. Also bought this off of Amazon, very well reviewed, this particular product. It is 60 milliliters. So if you have a great idea on how else to use castor oil, please let me know, because I'm never going to go through this much for my lashes and my brows, which is what I have been doing, especially over the summer, because look, ain't nobody going anywhere. Doesn't matter if you have oily lashes and oily eyebrows and you're not wearing a whole lot of makeup anyways. So I've been using this more regularly, and I think it actually kind of works. Now, you're not going to be able to see just on camera because my lashes are so invisible and fine, but I've been definitely putting them, you know, on my lashes, and then whatever's left over I take it through my brows. I think my brow hairs are just a little beefier, and I think my lashes are a little longer. I wouldn't say they're darker or thicker or that there's more of them per se, but I feel like my lashes are longer, and it does show on the days I curl my lashes and wear mascara. There is a slight difference. So I'm feeling very hopeful about this. However, you do have to, you know, reapply often is what I've heard. Even then, you just need 1 drop for each application. And on the weekends when I'm at home, I apply this twice, if not 3 times a day. On a work day, I apply this after I get home and do my face wash, and sometimes once more at night, because you don't want to go to work with like greasy lashes and stuff. It just feels uncomfortable. But I think this kind of works, guys, so I'm pretty stoked about this. However, like 60 ml, what else do I use it for? If you know, let me know down below. All right, back to housework. I'll chat with you later. I just got home from work, and of course, you know, took the mask off, put the hair up, and having a snack before cooking dinner. Lately, I have been super duper into this stuff. Do you have this around where you live? It's called golden sweet corn, and it's like corn pops, but with a salty twist. It's like sweet and salty corn puffs. Yeah, and they're so awesome. I probably should figure out what are some better snacks to have after work, because nowadays I am starving by the time I get home. But usually by the time I get home, I should really just be cooking dinner, you know? But like, you want some food to settle your stomach before you cook and like have the energy to cook. But that is not my point right now. I want to come on here because my order from Little Burgundy, which is a local, I think Canadian, shoe store, came in. I have been wearing a couple of my wide-legged trouser, like slinky trousers from ECLA as part of my mini work capsule. And the thing is, you kind of gotta wear heels with those, at least for my height. Like, I am shorter than their standard fit model, so things are long anyways, but I can pull it off and wear heels. I did wear heels that one day at school or work, and it was a lot, and I couldn't really handle it. Like, it was not going to be feasible. So I decided to order some platform sneakers. Usually not my vibe whatsoever at all, but I wanted to keep wearing these pants, and I can't, you know, run around the hallway wearing heels and being uncomfortable when it doesn't suit me. But I still really want to wear these pants without having to hem them, because the thing is, once you hem the pants and you want to wear them with heels, then they're too short. It's kind of a, you know, catch-22. So I want to show you the platform sneakers I got, and I got the highest ones I could find that still looked kind of normal and passable. So I think if I wear those, my dressy dress pants will be just fine for work. Okay, let me show you. I was going to show you by the front door where like all the boxes and stuff are, but it's kind of awkward to set you down, so I brought the shoes over since they were still clean anyways. I picked up a pair of KEDS, but like platform, you know, these are actually quite high. They will be just enough to wear with these pants, so that they don't like drag on the floor and stuff, but still be kind of really clean, you know, like sneakers. These are the canvas ones. I really wanted a pair of leather sneakers that were kind of in this silhouette, just really simple, but I didn't find ones that I felt were at a price point that's worth it for right now, because we're quickly getting into the wet season, which means there will be no point wearing a lot of other sneakers, and I'll just be wearing my Blondo waterproof shoes or my Vesties, you know, like all my waterproof stuff. So this is just really for the times where it's not super rainy, super wet, but I want to wear these kind of dressy pants. So got a pair of these. They are pretty darn heavy, I will say. I own a pair of KEDS in a similar silhouette, but like perforated for summer. These are like heavy. I think it's quite cute that they came with 2 sets of laces, so you can either put on the black laces or you can put on the white laces. Those of you who kind of are in the loop know that I have a pair of Nike Cortez, which I love, but they're just a bit too, the logo is a bit much, I think, to wear to work. I love wearing them otherwise. I think they're really cool looking, but for work I think these will be perfect. Little pair of KEDS, but like 2 inches up, you know what I mean? All right, I'm gonna go and wash my hair, shower, de-grub myself, is that even a word, and cook some dinner, because it's kind of late again. I've been getting home pretty late the last couple of days.